We live on both.
Kwame Yashala. Man, we back out here, man. Right? We in the hood with it. Right? On O Block with it. Right? Bringing our people right back to the marriage, man. Right? It's time for our people to finally wake up and know that they're the true chosen people, man. Right? You got all these Jewish rabbis trying to talk about people, man. Right? Trying to plead their cause, man. Right? But they not ready to answer. Right? They not ready to answer none of our questions that we have. That's why mainly they don't want to have any conversations with us. Right? Give me 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 16. And give me Luke chapter 24 and verse 46.
This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 17.
16.
Verse 16. Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you.
Salaki, 2 Peter 3.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it up.
As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood.
Hey, some things are going to be hard to be understood up in this Bible, man. Hey, brother. Hey, man. See? Hey, Terry, not to come back to the Lord, man. Or the Lord going to sneak up on you and give you that work. All right? You in that type of neighborhood that a stray could hit you, man. This could have been your last time hearing this word, man. Right? He was just walking past with the stiff neck. Right? Didn't even want to look out in his face, man. Right? Walked on past, man. Right? Didn't know what to do with himself, man. Read that again, man.
As also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood.
Read.
Which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also and other scriptures unto their own destruction.
Hey, and they read these things unto their own destruction. Why? Because they're sending off and they're scattering the sheep, man. Go back to 1 Peter 3 and 15.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts.
Right?
And be ready always to give an answer.
Be what?
Be ready always to give an answer.
And that's what our job is, right? To always be ready to give an answer on why our people are constantly getting destroyed. Why there's another people claiming to be us. Read that again.
And be ready always to give an answer,
right,
to every man that asks you a reason of hope, a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
Hey, and that's why we study to show ourselves approved, man. So that we can always give them an answer for every question that they have, man. Right? I constantly get on Clubhouse and deal with bug outs so that they can ask me certain questions, man. And no matter how hard the question may be, I got to answer that thing. Precept upon precept. We have to be ready at all times to give an answer. Can you bring that up? Luke 24, 46. And give me Nehemiah chapter 8.
This is Luke chapter 24 and verse 46.
No.
And said unto them, thus it is written, and thus it behooved Christ to suffer and to rise from the dead the third day.
Right.
And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name among all nations, beginning at Jerusalem.
Hey, beginning at Jerusalem, man. Right? The people that was residing up in Jerusalem, right? And then it's going to go to the ones scattered abroad, man. Because we got to all learn, man. Right? That's how it is. The Lord literally gave us a warning to flee from our place, man. Right? To basically flee from our arrest because all these other nations are going to come. Right? Read that.
This is Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8. So they read in the book in the law of God distinctly and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
Read that again.
So they read in the book of the law of God distinctly and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
And that's what we do. We read in the book of the law distinctly, and we cause them to get the sense, right? We have to give y'all the understanding of the scriptures, right? Because what people often do with the Bible, they'll give their own. They don't even really give an interpretation of what the scriptures say, man. They just say the Bible say this and the Bible say that. Don't quote a book, chapter, and verse unless it's John 3:16. And then even in that, they bring it all kind of out of context, right? But none of these scriptures can be of your private interpretation, man. The book says what it says, right? And it's like our people got reading comprehension issues, man, right? Get Revelations chapter 1 and verse 3. Read that again.
This is Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
So they read in the book in the law of God distinctly.
Right, meaning that we're carefully read,
and gave the sense.
And we're causing you to get the understanding. Read.
And caused them to understand the reading.
And that's exactly what I said, man. Right? But sometimes our people don't want to understand. Right? They don't want to read the book. Right? That's a problem that our people have. And that's why we're not blessed to this very day as a nation. Right? Bring that up.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Blessed is he that readeth.
He said what?
Blessed is he that readeth.
Hey, the Lord said, blessed is he that readeth, man. You're going to be blessed once you read, right, these scriptures, man. Give me Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 1. You read?
And they that hear the words of this prophecy,
right,
and keep those things which are written therein.
Hey, you got to read and you got to hear the words, meaning that you got to get that understanding. Somebody got to be a teacher, man. Right? For the day you think that you ought to be a teacher, you have need to be taught again. Right? You're not going to get it and understand it all by yourself, man. You're going to need clarity on things. Right? And that's why the Lord put out teachers. Right?
This is Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Hey, he said, eat this roll and speak to the house of Israel, man. Read in the book of the law distinctly and give the sense to the nations. Right? You got that Proverbs 22? No. 22 and 16? 22 and 20.
This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 20.
Right.
Have not I written to thee excellent things?
Right.
In counsels and knowledge?
Right.
That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth.
Hey, so he's giving them the sense, right? We're going to read till 24 on that.
That thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that sent unto thee.
Hey, to them that send unto thee. So that those that have questions, right, were able to give an answer. So he's talking about giving breakdowns. Hey, brother, you know your nationality? What's your nationality, King?
Black.
You said black? Come learn something real quick. Where you power walking to go do? Like, what you doing? Hey, man, it ain't nothing more important than knowing who you are, especially up in these last days, man.
Right.
Right? It's nothing more important than knowing that your God only loves you and nobody else. There's nothing more important than learning how to please your God that only loves you. Right? Bring it up.
Rob not the poor, because he is poor. Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go.
See? So it would be robbing the poor, man, right? If we didn't come out here and share the knowledge that we got through the scriptures, right? We'll be robbing the people. We can't rob the people. If we know things, we gotta show them. Hey, brother, what's your nationality?
What's up?
What's your nationality?
Korean.
You said Korean?
Yeah.
Oh, you finished in these last days.
Boy,
What happened?
I said in these last days,
Uh-huh.
right? The Lord is gonna set us up above all people, and your people gonna be finished, man. Right?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. Hey, it is what it is, man.
So you're gonna be laughing when you get
say
that
hello
back
to
broke.
captivity, man. Right? Say hello to your new masters, man.
Look how
Right.
comfortable he is just walking through a nigga neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't even looking
Ain't
up.
nobody gonna do nothing now.
Nowadays, they ass would not been walking through here, man. I'm telling you. He just comfortable.
He too comfortable, man. Right? There's some.
That might be Joe Tsai, the Nets owner.
He said he Korean. I'm over here like, hey, brother, man.
Hey,
get
Salakia. Just like the other day when we was out here, them damn Edomites and them was walking past, and the one that came and stood here scoffing and talking about he was damn Moab, Greece,
Right.
Oh,
Ammon,
man, that
and
dude.
the man had like 50 damn nationalities,
The one
man.
that said he was gonna beat on Daniela, and Daniela had to tell his ass like, "Hey, you out your mind, bro."
Because they comfortable like that because they know one thing. Them niggas ain't gonna do nothing violent to nobody but theyselves.
See that?
So we can walk through their neighborhood. They ain't gonna bother us. They only got enough balls to go after their own people.
You see that, man? And that's crazy, man. Right? And that's why y'all need to know who y'all are, man, and who y'all enemies are, right? So that you can separate from your enemies and take heed to your friends, man. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Salaki. And walk through their neighborhood. Watch how fast the police pull your ass over trying to ask you what you doing over here.
Come on.
Precept.
Come on.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 48, verse 11.
Come on.
Get out.
Moab has been at ease from his youth, and he has settled on his lease, and have not been emptied from vessel to vessel, neither have he gone into captivity.
Man, nobody done robbed them niggas yet, man. All right, nobody robbed them yet. We got all our jewels taken. Hey, but I'm finna step up in a mean dynasty and come out rich, man. All right, I'm finna be all up in their temples. All right, and I'm melting Fat Buddha down, man.
God.
All right, I'm melting him down, and we gonna have solid gold fringes on our shirts. Man.
God.
All right,
Your Kodak Black, your SG, your snatch and grab.
God. Hey, grab 37 in there.
God. Verse 37. For every head shall be bald, and every beard clipped. Upon the heads shall be cuttings, and upon the loins sackcloth.
Hey, basically the Lord said the way that he finna do them, he gonna embarrass their ass. He gonna embarrass them, right? He gonna do them so mean, bro. To have your beard clipped, right, is embarrassment, man. Didn't that happen to our forefathers, man? Right? Didn't they cut out the backside of their garments, man? Had them looking like damn Prince out here, man.
Got the precept.
Come on.
This is 2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Wherefore Haman took David's servant and shaved off one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away.
See that?
Verse 6.
Come.
And when the children of Ammon saw that they stank before David, the children of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Bethlehem and the Syrians of Zobah. Let's sit on that.
You see that, man? So it was an embarrassment, man. Right? That's how the Lord's finna get down on all these heathens, man. Especially Moab, man. All right? Because Moab is just as proud as Esau, man. All right? He might. Hey, Esau might have like 1 or 2 levels over him, but Moab is up there when it comes to pride, man. Right? They got the whole "you have dishonored my family." You know what I'm saying? That movement. We know that they proud, right? So they gonna get embarrassed, man. Right? It should already be embarrassing that you this tall, right? And your eyes always closed.
Mamzeers, man.
Huh?
Children of incest.
Hey, you see that? That should be embarrassing. Hey, that your parents are siblings. That should be embarrassing,
God.
right? But the Lord said in these last days, He's gonna embarrass the nations for us, huh? You have something?
I had a precept.
Come on. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 41 and 20.
Bring it out.
Come on.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
And when the children of Israel, Slakia, verse 14. So the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years. But when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised them up a deliverer, Ehud, the son of Gorah, a Benjamite, a man left-handed, and by him the children of Israel sent a present unto Eglon, the king of Moab. All right, let me jump down to verse 17. And he brought the present unto Eglon, the king of Moab, and Eglon was a very fat man.
He was a what?
A very fat man.
Hey, man, so Benjamin was waging war on Buddha and them.
Come.
Right? On all the sumo wrestler looking Moabites. All right? Hey, y'all finished, man. Come on.
Verse 21. And Ehud put forth his left hand and took the dagger from his right thigh and thrust it into his belly.
He what?
And thrust it into his belly.
Hey, he kind of psyched him out, man. Raised up his hand, man. He said, You know what I'm saying? you expected him to raise that thing with his right hand, man. And he did it with his left, man. And it was on his thigh. It was right there.
Combat with the Chinese?
Just for real, man. See, that man was left-handed, man. All right, just imagine, hey, James Harden accurate from the three-point line, man. All right, and that brother left-handed. All right, imagine a damn rock in his hand. Right? Imagine a spear in his hand, man. He'll be giving them haircuts, man. Right? That's how the brothers of Benjamin, they rolled out, man. Right? 700 left-handed, man. Right? That was parting asunder your hairs. These are our people up in the scriptures, man. Right? Bring that up.
This is Isaiah chapter 41.
What verse? 21.
Verse 21.
No.
Produce your cause, saith the Lord.
Hey, we're supposed to produce our cause. Read.
Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob.
Hey, said the King of Jacob, man. Right? Our Lord commands us to bring out our strong causes, man. Right? To kind of debate our cause. Right? And these scriptures are definitely put up in the scriptures for our benefit.
Right.
All right? For us to prove that we are the true people. Right? We got to prove our cause, man. Didn't nobody else go through chattel slavery?
Right.
Right? Well, when menstrual cycles and urinations and things of the sort was done on top of each other, man. Hey, and no other nation could have survived that, man. Right? No other nation could have survived that. Right? That's why the Lord said that the one people shall be stronger than the other. Right? These are the things that we got to produce, man. Hey, brother, you know your nationality?
Muslim.
Yeah. It's Muslim. It's Muslim.
I mean, what's going on around here, Bob?
What's
Brother,
that?
you got to come back to the Lord, man.
I just go in the book. I say, what they mean, rebuke the block?
Right? Tell them what, King.
What's going on? What's going on, my man?
What's your nationality, man? Good.
What's
Hey,
your
brother,
own,
what's your
son?
nationality, man?
I don't know. What is it?
You see that? Hey, man. And you know brothers out here, man.
I know,
How you
right?
doing, sis? You know your nationality? Come learn something real quick.
What's your own, man?
I'm going to the cousin street right quick. We're going to go bold.
What we talking about?
Yeah.
We showing the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians that they're the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right, I just,
I don't like talking my car there, but I got to get some money out there.
I know what y'all
Now I start working over here, man.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Right?
Been good, though.
Reread that.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 21.
Bring it out.
Produce your cause, saith the Lord.
Hey, the Lord told us to produce our cause. Read.
Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob.
And we got strong reasons on why we the chosen people, why we're the Israelites, and the people claiming to be us in our land is not. It's plain upon tables. Give me Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25. Right?
This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 25.
No.
And the first came out red.
The first what?
And the first came out red.
Read.
All over, like in Harry Garden.
Right?
And they called his name Esau.
They called his name what?
Esau.
Read.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Now, that's symbology of us being next in rulership, next in power, right? You get 2nd Ezra, right? Chapter 6 and verse 8. Right? That's what the Lord is talking about. People think that people think that the world ending is the world going up in all smoke. An asteroid hitting the Earth and all life as we know it is going to disappear. No, it's talking about transfer of power, right? One world is going to end, and we're the next world that's going to follow. Give me Isaiah chapter 45 and 17.
Second entrance, chapter 6 and verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
right?
Jacob held first the heel of Esau.
He said what?
Jacob held first the heel of Esau.
And that's what we just read up in Genesis. Read it.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For what?
For Esau is the end of the world.
And Esau was red all over like a hairy garment, like we just read. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
And Jacob is the beginning of the world that comes after it, right? And that's why they want to take us down so bad, right? They call us domestic terrorists when we only talk about the Bible. We haven't heard a soul. We ain't heard nothing but feelings, right? Because this truth gonna hurt. It's gonna cut, right? I want you to read this.
The Jewish Encyclopedia.
Hey, this is the Jewish Encyclopedia, right? The so-called white man's thing. Look what he says.
1925 edition, volume 5, page 41.
And this is going to prove to you that they didn't expect us to even read up in 1925. Read.
States, Edom is in modern Jewry.
It said what?
Edom is in modern Jewry.
So the people that came out red all over, and the only people that we know as red, right, is the so-called white man, right? He said Edom is in modern Jewry today. Read.
Jews are history's foremost race mixer.
Because they tried to breed us out. Read.
Hypocrites and promoters of the mongrelization, racial tension,
right,
can best be understood through Jewish incitement,
read,
and social engineering.
Right.
Ultimately, the Jewish machinations for breeding out pure racists.
Hey, they wanted to breed us out, man. Right? That's why they had things like butt breaking, right? Taking your women, right? Hey, LGBT sterilization. Hey, sterilization, man. Right? Go ahead, sis.
I had a question.
Yep.
Where do white people come from?
Give me Genesis 25, right? And start at verse 22.
This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 22.
That would be our evil twin. There's an evil twin up in the Bible, right? Read that.
I'm going to start at verse 21.
Go on.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren.
Hey, because she was getting ready to have children. Read.
And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
Hey, so she had twins, right? And the children was kind of boxing up in the womb. They was fighting. It was going through. Right, Read?
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Read, because she's inquiring why is she like this? Why the pains is like this? Read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Right.
And the Lord said unto her,
right,
2 nations are in thy womb.
Now these are 2 children. But the Lord said 2 nations are in your womb. So these 2 boys that come out, they're going to be progenitors of their race. Right? Read.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
He said 2 manners of people. They're nothing alike. Right? Read.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And we know for a fact that we're stronger than them. I'm not watching basketball with 10 Larry Birds on the court, man. Right? I want to see somebody dunk the ball. Right? Not just throw it up all day, right?
Thank you.
Read.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled,
right?
Behold, there were twins in her womb.
There were what?
There were twins in her womb.
Now, all twins don't look the same, right? These are fraternal twins. It's going to tell you what one of them look like. And then if you need us to prove what the other one's children look like, the other one whose children looks like us, that's what he was, right? Read.
And the first came out red.
And the first came out what?
And the first came out red.
Who got red all over them? They got white people, right? They kind of they get super red when it's hot outside, right? Exactly, right? Read.
All over, like in Harry Garner.
So, hey, all over his body. He was red. Read.
And they called his name Esau.
His name was what?
Esau.
That's his nationality according to the Bible, right? Give me Genesis chapter 36 and verse 1. Read.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Right.
And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Now, it didn't tell you what Jacob looked like. And why is that? He's the same color as everybody else that was up in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is right next to Egypt, right? And our people was able to hide amongst the Egyptians. So what does that mean? That means that we're the same color as the Egyptians. Give me Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. Yep. Right. 36 and 1.
This is Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Now, these are the generations of Esau.
Of who?
Of Esau.
That's the red one. This is his generations, meaning like his lineage, right? Read.
Who is Edom?
Who is what?
Who is Edom?
So his nation is called Edom, right? I think jump to verse 14.
And I wanted to say something.
Okay.
I'll wait till you get down. I'm over here by AutoZone.
I want the one where it says Esau is Edom.
Hello?
Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir.
Because they came from the mountains, right? They was the cavemen, basically. Read.
Esau is Edom.
It says what?
Esau is
So
Edom.
when it mentions Esau, not only is it talking about the person, but it's talking about his whole nation up in the Bible. Now give me Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. Let's see how the Lord feels about these people, right?
I had somebody on the phone. I wasn't even talking to him. He's like, damn. I'm like, listen, I got more important shit done.
All praises.
This is Romans chapter 9 verse 13.
Read.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Hey, the Lord said, Jacob he loved. Read.
but Esau have I hated.
But what?
But Esau have I hated.
So then, does the Lord love everybody? He just explicitly said that he hates a whole nation of people. And why is that, right? Give me Joel chapter 3 and verse 4. You got this?
Malachi 1.
The comment. You bring it
One thing I wanted to say was, I've nibbled and dabbled, you know.
up. It's all right. You don't got to be camera shy.
In a family that was Jehovah's Witnesses.
See that?
And then, you know, when I got older, I decided that, you know, I was leaning more towards Christianity. That didn't really work out.
Right.
And now I'm more into with like African spirituality. And before
You got that precept?
what you
Exodus
saying,
11 and 7?
you know, I just want to know, like, when it comes to that, why, like, what is y'all's perspective on that? Because I really, if I had to choose, that's what I feel more resonates with me more, like, you know.
But you do talking about as far as African spirituality?
Well, I guess I'm not going to say African spirituality because from what I understand, like Native Americans, they also, you know, have a spirituality that's similar in that, you know, just
Nah, natives worship the God of the Bible. You still got my phone? I can read that to you.
but why is it not right?
Why is it not right?
Yeah.
Because we're not those people. Bring that up.
This is Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast,
Right?
that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians
Who are the Africans? Read.
and Israel.
And who?
And Israel.
And let's see what that difference is, right? Get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Right?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
It said what?
For thou art holy people.
Now the Lord is speaking to the Israelites. He said that we're a holy people. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Right?
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto
He
himself.
chose us to be special. And that's evident, being that we done made this whole world, man. We built the Great Wall of China. That's recorded. Right? They know that too. Right? That's why they hide patents from us. But we don't do enough research. Right? Because we don't like to read for some reason. Right? Keep reading.
Above all people.
He said the Israelites are what?
Above all people.
Read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Well, that's why. We're above all people that's upon the face of the earth. Whereas the Lord called the Egyptians dogs.
So, like, but do you believe that we're capable of, like, metaphysical things?
Yeah. But that only comes through the power of the Most High God. When we follow His law, statutes, and commandments, He gonna give us that power.
So stuff like voodoo.
Voodoo,
I
hey,
got some rituals at home I was thinking about doing.
what you doing rituals for?
You going off, sis.
You growing up, man.
No witchcraft.
Right.
You know, I don't see it that way. I believe that we're cosmic beings and that we're really not, you know, like a lot of people, you know, as far as metaphysical. Like I'm learning some more, you know, but that's what I believe. You know, like I believe that we're extraterrestrial. I don't know when it comes down to the Bible, I don't know, like because I've been skeptical about the Bible, and that's probably because of Christianity.
I know
like,
it is, because we're the same way. Yeah.
I was like, you know, y'all not even living according to, and then the way that people interpret the Bible, it confuses you because
See,
it's like,
and that's the problem. The Bible says what it says. So when it
I got
says
a
that
precept
we're
on it.
above all people that's on the face of the earth, it is what it is, right? And some will ask, then why are we at the bottom right now, right? Granted,
Exodus 22.
you said Exodus 22.
Exodus
We'll grant that
22 and
first.
18.
punishment because we
22 what?
18.
defy
Exactly.
God.
Yeah, but some people don't understand that.
So okay, so again, like when I say like I believe that we're metaphysical, like we can do like magic and stuff like that. Why is that something that's considered evil or bad?
Because the Lord said so. You know the Lord said that He suffers not a witch to live.
Bring that out.
Oh,
man.
see,
This
He
is
in the spirit.
Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Hey, so you doing witchcraft? The Lord, hey, in the days of antiquity, that was telling brothers to kill you.
You seen movies like Salem, Lot,
Say
burning witches
witchcraft.
at the cross and all of
I
that?
always just felt like that was trying to scare us away from what we truly were.
Dog.
Son, that was history.
Because when it comes to Christianity, like they talk about how they have prophets and how they catching the Holy Ghost, and then you know all this other stuff, and then they turn around and say that you know this other aspect of it is evil.
Well-
you know they having first communion, they eating the flesh and drinking the blood.
That is, see, and this is why Christianity be scaring people from the Bible, man. No, look, the Lord never said, hey, cut my arm off and eat it.
Yeah, that's
All right?
cannibalism.
Pour my blood into a cup and drink. He didn't say that. That was just symbolism. That was just what what we were supposed to do for the Passover, right? The Passover, we eat lamb, we eat unleavened bread, and we drink water, right? And we do the bitter herbs, right? That's to celebrate. That's to celebrate the Lord actually killing the Egyptians.
It's lucky, okay? And the thing is, when you say Christianity, you have to know that there's two subdivisions of Christianity. The one original Christianity of the Bible is simply just means to be a follower of Christ.
Right. That's what a Christian is.
So when you look at a person and want to say, oh, they're a Christian, you have to look at them and say, are you following after Christ?
And they're not.
Are you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments like Christ did? Because if you're not, then you're not a Christian.
Right.
You
Because
see what
I'm
I'm
pretty
saying?
sure.
This world today tell you that they Christians, but they eat pork, they eat shrimp, they eat lobsters, crab, they worship, they do everything that the Bible say don't do. So are they really Christians?
No. And Christianity is not in the Bible.
Nowhere.
You can't find that word nowhere. You can only find the word Christian in there 3 times. But you look up Israel, you look up Israelite, that comes up over 2,200 times. Now you got to ask yourself, why is that? Because they take one word and they make a whole division of bull, right? Like Baptists. There's only one person called a Baptist up in the whole Bible. But now, yeah.
Like, I know that.
But now there's Baptist church everywhere, right? And they not doing nothing according to the word, right? Half of these pastors be having their whole head shaved, don't even got eyebrows on their face, but they claim to follow the Most High. When the Most High God told us not to mar the corner of our beards, meaning destroy our beards, and He told us not to round our heads, meaning shave our heads.
And you know, the reason why I don't really respect pastors, I feel like pastors is like pimps. You know,
Yeah.
they're not out here doing what y'all doing. Like, if you're not coming to their church, you know, giving tithes and offering. And what do y'all feel about that? Like,
Tithes?
yeah, like tithes and offering, you know, Bishop Whitehead.
You're not supposed to pay tithes.
You know, I never understood
Yo,
that.
not in the form of money. We're going to get it in the scriptures.
Yeah,
but
we're going to get, all right, he got one about witchcraft again. I'm let him bring it up. And you got
let me say this real quick, too. One of the reasons why there's so much confusion with people in regards to having understanding or clarity of what the Bible is saying, because the Bible is written in allegories. It's like a riddle. It tells you, but it tells you how to decipher the riddle. You have to read the scriptures precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. So that means when you read something in John, you have to go to Luke or Matthew or Zephaniah to prove what was said in that.
Right.
When you go to the Christian church, they read you one scripture, and he don't give you a breakdown of what it's saying. Right. He just run through them like he reading a Stephen King novel. Right. So the Bible speaks about feeding you milk and meat. Right. Milk is what you give to a baby, right? You're not going to take your newborn and give him a damn steak.
Right.
You'll kill him. So when the Bible comes out, you have to understand the very rudimentary, the very small things of the Bible first before you can truly get the understanding of the intricate things in the Bible. In the Christian church, they take you straight into the back of the Bible,
right,
where it's full of the highest level of mysteries and allegorical speaking. Right. And that's why you get confused and feel like the Bible contradicts itself, because they starting you off giving you meat without starting you at the beginning of the book so that you can understand certain terminology, certain word usage. Right. Definement in the Bible is not the same definement of the words that you will find in the Webster Dictionary or the Collegian Dictionary.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to have a biblical dictionary to understand the words that's being used as well. Right. All of these things bring about confusion because it's just about getting your money at the end of the day, selling you a damn false drink.
Right. Yeah. Now they gonna bring out 2 precepts on that witchcraft, because you're gonna have to throw that little ceremonial thing, in the garbage.
I got sage and everything. What's wrong with crystals?
Yeah.
What's wrong with crystals? You think that a rock don't save you from getting your ass hit by a car?
No, I think that that combined with a certain level of spirituality, like you can't be out here living your life, recklessly and thinking that.
But people do live their life recklessly, and then they expect a stone to help them.
And see, I'm not one of those people. I actually try to live my life upright. I'm trying to.
The only way to live your life upright is by doing the law, statutes, and commandments. That's it. That's all. Everything else gonna get you killed out here.
I feel like if it comes to religion, this
is not a religion.
I mean, well, what do you consider?
The Bible never pushes religion; it only pushes heritage. I'm gonna get to that after they 2 precepts. Read that.
Okay.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, in verse 9.
Right.
When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
Right.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination.
That uses what?
Divination.
Hey, and that's all them seances and all them spells and all this voodoo, and judo and all that. Right? It's more than that.
Or an observer of the times.
That means that them zodiac signs, right? You think that you go get with Pookie and Ray Ray because his ass a damn Scorpio. But he just as toxic as the next Cancer or Leo or whatever you want to call him by. Everybody toxic in their own year. Right?
Or an enchanter.
Hey, and it says an enchanter, man. Cast of spells, right? Abracadabra and all that. Right?
Or a witch.
Or a what?
Or a witch.
See, the Bible would consider you a witch. Because you're not supposed to be out here like that. Right? You a daughter of Zion. Right? Read.
Or a charmer.
Or what?
Or a charmer.
Hey, hey, that goes into more spells, man. Right, read.
Or a consulter with familiar spirits.
Hey, that's them tarot cards. That's that magic ball. You know what I'm saying? That's them. Oh, your ancestors this and your ancestors is dead.
Yeah,
And
palm
they ancestors
readers.
is dead because they didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
So when somebody dies physically, what do you believe that their spirit
Go to Ecclesiastes, right? Read that first, and then go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Go ahead, more on that.
Or a wizard. Or a necromancer.
Hey, the Lord is really hitting all angles so that you can understand you dealing with this magic gonna get you killed. Read.
For all that do these things
Right?
are an abomination.
All right, what?
An abomination.
And the Lord don't get down with abominations. He kills abominations. That's plain throughout all the scriptures. Now you got, you homosexuality and LGBTQ, that's an abomination, right? Killing your brothers.
About abortion.
You said about abortion? That's the curses. That's one of the curses that we under. I'm gonna get to all that.
That was verse 10.
Read,
Don't
read.
let you- There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination.
Right.
Passing through the fire.
That's like
That was an
killing
abortion.
your children.
Killing your children.
It's sacrificing your children too. Right?
So what about the people who didn't get access to this? Like they just, okay, do y'all believe in heaven and hell?
Yeah, but heaven is us up in rulership. Right? Heaven is us in rulership.
Right. So it's just
Our hell, we living in hell. Hell is being underneath your enemy's neck. I mean,
Right.
underneath your enemy's foot.
And that's what I thought. Like when they say, like in the Bible, they talk about like hell is like, I'm like, how much worse can hell be than what we dealing with?
Yeah, this is the hell that we look. All right, man, we gonna have to drop them. All right, you got the point about. Hey, actually, read that. Please read that.
I'm sorry,
All
I
right,
ain't trying to.
we
I'm trying to understand.
This what we do,
This is
sis. We here for you to ask them questions.
I can't bring out 5 precepts on one topic.
Christianity, Jehovah's Witness, I ain't a Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
I can't, sorry.
All right. Now go to Ecclesiastes. That Ecclesiastes. Right, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 to show her where all the spirits go back to. Right, because they don't go to an underground dimension. Right. With a red man with horns in the tail poking them with a pitchfork. They don't work like that. All right? All those, it's going to tell you where they go. Read.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7.
Right?
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Right. So your body is going to go back to its natural form, which is the dirt. All right? You die, everything goes back to the dirt, and your spirit goes back to the Most High God who sent you. Right?
So for the people who have not really had a chance to get an understanding of what they're supposed to be doing, does God not like spare those people who didn't know?
Well, I mean, there's some people that's I'm gonna put it like this, right? There's some people that's supposed to get this and understand this, and there's others that's just not gonna get it, and they're just gonna die in their sins, right? Go to Zechariah chapter, 13 and verse 8, right? Because 2/3 of our people gonna be cut off and die. They're gonna die because they simply, whether they knew it or not, right? They simply just didn't want to hear it, right? They simply just they wanted to continue in their wicked life, man, to please everything of this world, right? Bring it up,
This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8.
right?
Go. And it shall come to pass,
Right?
that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die,
Right?
but the third shall be left therein.
Hey, it said, but the third part shall be left therein. Keep reading it. So 2/3 of our people gonna be cut off and die. That's where you get your 666 from, right? 66.6 is 2/3 of 100%, right? And 666 is 2/3 of 1,000, right? That's where you get that from. So when people
I
rocking
thought
that,
they gave us the 666 from
no.
our melanin.
No, that's new. That's something new. But you can get Jeremiah chapter 23 and 13. Good. Keep reading on that.
And I will bring the third part through the fire,
Right?
and will refine them as silver is refined.
Right. So he gonna put us through some things, right? Because we gotta be tried like gold is tried. Read.
And will try them as gold is tried.
Right?
They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Right?
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God.
And those things that we're going through is us refraining from the things of this world, man. We got tore away from this world, and now we walking in the ways of the Most High God. So now you running into brothers that practice what they preach.
You know what? I really respect it. You know, everybody, when the whole thing was happening with Kyrie Irving, and I showed up down there, they was like, oh, what's going on? It's like, imagine if more of us could get it. We will be capable of it. And what I will say is that I really don't know. I mean, I know some. I'm going to try to educate myself some more. But, you know, I think people are just scared for some reason, like especially Christians, you know, because when they hear Islam united under Christ.
No, oh Lord in Christ. No, it's hell no.
I don't know.
No, it's Israel. It's Israel. Those are our brothers.
I'm sorry.
Those are our brothers. I don't know why everybody think that we Muslims out here, man.
Because it's acceptable. It's acceptable around the globe to call yourself a Muslim. Nobody has a problem with that. But what they don't tell you is that Muslim is an Arabic religion that was created by an Arabic. You're not an Arabic. Why would you be worshiping a religion of the very people who put you in slavery? See, we only taught about the white man putting us in slavery in 1619. But they don't tell you that the first person to put us in slavery was the Arabics. It was called the sub-Saharan slave trade. And then the Chinese people had us in the Silk Road slavery, right? You had the Trail of Tears, right? We've been in slavery to everybody. The white man is the last one to put us in slavery, but we harps on his slavery because he done us the dirtiest.
The Nation of Islam,
there's a truth being hidden, is what the brother bringing out to you. You look at this sign right here. Give me 1 second, King. You look at this sign. Do you see yourself on this sign? Over here is what the Bible called you, and over here is what the slave masters called us when they put you in slavery. Do you see yourself on that? Which one of these people do you identify?
Hey man, shout out to the IUIC brothers, man. We didn't pay nobody to say that.
What is your father? Can you be African American?
Yeah.
His father is a so-called African American? Give her numbers 1 and 18, y'all.
Bring
she said 2. So she could only be of 1.
Right.
You only could come from 1 seed.
It ain't no mixed. Go out what your daddy is.
And the reason why I'm showing you this is because it's a group of people on the face of this earth that God chose out of all his 18 creations of races. And he said that one group of people belongs to him. Everybody else, he said, is the equivalent of spit. He don't give a damn about them. And that one group of people happened to be this group right here. This is who he gave his law, statutes, and commandments to. Without those law, statutes, and commandments, you can't sin. Without those law, statutes, and commandments, you don't get into the kingdom of heaven. Contrary that Christianity told you that it's one big pearly gate, the Bible says that it's 12 gates. And these are the names on them 12 gates. So you need to know which one of these tribes you belong to in order to get in the kingdom of heaven. Everybody can't get in heaven. That's why it's important to understand who you are and where you come from. And you don't want to call yourself no African because the Lord said he's killing them.
I don't, you know, my best friend was African, and, you know, when her cousins and stuff would get mad, they'll call me a
Akata. I mean, cotton picking nigga.
Yeah, you know, and I said, you know, I don't believe that we didn't come from Africa. You know, like they don't doesn't have, you know, any type of, you know, roots or whatever in this country. But I don't believe that we all came. I don't even look like Africa. We don't even look like Africa.
That's why the Lord said he put a difference. Man. But that's why the Lord said that a dog shall not. You said what?
The bag, Doc. It was in the trunk.
And another thing I was gonna say about this lion, I see this lion right here, and I see the another picture of a lion. My spiritual advisor. I know y'all. I know you think this is witchcraft. That's, you know, it will take me some time to really, because it will take me some time to really, you know, shake that, because I don't know what Yehuda, that name
means nothing. That's nobody.
Okay.
The Lord's name is Yahweh.
Well, this wasn't referring to God. You know, more like, you know, a deity, if you will. And his image is of a lion, you know, and I see this lion a lot around, you know, stuff that I be looking into, and so it's gonna take me some time. It's gonna take me some time.
Now check this out. Bring that up.
But I'm willing to learn.
God.
You know.
You still got that Jeremiah 23 on that? Yeah.
We
Bring that up.
HOI Illinois. Subscribe to us on Facebook. You got a contact number on there. Got a little bit of information that'll set you in the direction to start doing your comparative text and research.
Right.
You got any questions up on your diligent inquisitions, reach out to us.
Right.
We here every Friday. We on 79th and Cottage Grove every Saturday. All right? So we ain't hard to get in touch with, sis.
So y'all are out here doing this. What do the women do?
Okay.
Because, you know, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I know that y'all...
We got to, I ain't going to lie, we got to take one thing at a time right
No,
now.
no, but I'm just curious because...
The sisters,
I'm
what they
militant.
do...
Like, I'm very militant. Like, I'm waiting to get my credentials because I don't mind going to war.
The
But I just
sisters,
wanna know-
they play the background.
That's not for the women to do.
No.
That's
not
you're
y'all
not
job
supposed
to be out here fighting. Y'all job is to take care of the homes, take care of the children, teach the younger women how to be righteous women, dress modestly, right? How to be pillars of rest to their husbands. That's what they do. The same way we teaching this word to you right now, if you was one of our wives, our job would be to teach you just like this diligently, and your job would be to take that knowledge and teach it to the next sister, and the next sister, and the next sister, and the next sister.
And the children.
And the children.
Read that.
It's Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Right?
Not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
It said what?
Teachers of good things.
And those good things are the law, statutes, and commandments. And it's all the stories of the scriptures that which are about our forefathers. You're supposed to be sharing those things with your children, right? And with the other women. Read.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
To be what?
To be sober.
Because Thought Keisha and them just like to drink and have a good ass time, man. Right? Keep reading.
To love their husband.
Hey, and we not F and F, man. The women should not be F and F, man.
I'm not with the whole feminist
Because
movement. I'm
all
not.
praises. Keep reading.
To love their children.
Right?
To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Hey, man, take care of the crib while your husband, right? Your husband out here is fighting war with all these damn spirits, man. Right? Because we do this on the regular, man. Right? So your job is to be a keeper at the crib. We outside, we gonna do all the war. Ain't no I'm ready to go to war. Nah. Right? Because our women were once so delicate that they didn't even want to put their soul on the feet. I mean the soul on the ground for tenderness and delicateness. Now we find that Weave in the damn street and Eve out here just they just scrapping. Right? That's not y'all position. That's not what y'all supposed to be like.
Salaki.
Right?
Right? Because you got to think about it. If you go to war and your husband go to war, who taking care of the children? Nobody.
Right.
So your children just out here lonely. And what if y'all both die in war? Now your children got to find a way. Hey, they got to teach themselves in a wicked world.
Right.
So that it's going to cause them to automatically go off.
Right.
So that's why the Most High put in position where the woman got to stay home, where the man goes to war. Because what type of man will want his woman to be out here in war?
Right.
Getting killed by other men. Because the other men on the opposition, hey, they not letting their women come in and try to go to war with them. Because they got to understand somebody got to take care of the children. Somebody got to teach the children.
Right.
So that's why the woman has to stay home.
And that's all a part of nation building. But our people don't understand nation building, that everybody has their own, like the man, women, and children have their own positions. The women don't share the position with the men. Right? Up in this wicked work, man, give me that up in, what's that? Jeremiah chapter, what is that? 2 and 23? 3 and 23? Something like that.
It's lucky. Have you ever seen a strong, independent Chinese woman? A strong, independent East Indian woman? A strong, independent Russian woman?
You
No.
still got that Jeremiah?
Only woman you seen claiming to be strong, independent, don't need a man is our women.
But see, I don't necessarily subscribe to that either.
No, but listen to me. Maybe not you. We speaking in a general perspective as a nation.
Right.
This is an ideology that our women have been tricked into grasping by the other nation's men.
Right.
That you don't need me. I need you. And you need me in order for us to build as a nation.
Yeah,
This is why our children is out here like they are.
Ain't no such thing as a woman king.
You see what I'm saying?
They gonna push that in your face, right? And so that you could be outside of what your man say, right?
Now go to their nation.
You said what?
Go to their homes.
Right.
And they wives are in compliance. She's
Right.
how you doing, honey? How was your day? Your dinner is in the microwave. I'm going to run your bath. Oh, you look tired. Let me rub your back. We come home to our women and this nigga blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that ain't, you know.
Bring that up.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
No, the mighty women.
The mighty men.
Not the mighty children.
The mighty men.
The mighty men are going to be woke up for war. It ain't your position to be out here in no war. Let the man be a man and let a woman be a woman. Right? Hey, we going to be hungry after war, man. Man going to be mad as hell, man. He just fought a whole war to protect his family and ain't no food on the table. Right? It's more than that.
Let them come up. Let all the men of war draw near.
It said, let all the men of war draw near. The man's not dealing, the Lord is not dealing with the feminist movement. All right? That's all that's a part of, too. All right? The women wanting to go to war, that's all a part of them wanting to be equal with the man.
And for me, it's not even that. That's just how I am.
And that's
like I'm very militant. Like at my job, my managers, like I don't let nobody just handle me kind of. That's just how I am.
Now you got a husband?
No.
You got a boyfriend or something? Oh, so you did though?
It's the pickings out here.
Was you that militant with him?
No. I'm just saying.
Was you under his subjection?
Huh?
When I say militant, I don't mean yes sir, no sir. But if he asked you to do something, did you do it?
Yeah, submissive. I think
I'll take your
a lot
word
of us
for
wanna
it.
be submissive to men, but it's not enough men out here. Like you have to be a man for a woman to be submissive. You can't just be talking about just to be a man. You have to carry yourself like a man. For a woman to be. There's a lot of women out here that want to be submissive. I don't want to go to work. I want to be barefoot and pregnant. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but I understand. You got something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now watch this, sis. This is Ephesians 5 and 22. It says, wives, not girlfriends, not baby mamas, not boo things, not dips, not sneaky links. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. So we don't preach to a woman, be submissive to some nigga man who's sitting at home in his drawers all day playing the game and smoking blunts while you out here at work. Right? We talking about to that man that's being a protector, a provider, a teacher who's leading you, guiding you in the ways of the Lord. Right? It says, unto your own husband, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subjected unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. As long as he's guiding you and leading you in righteousness, you're supposed to follow his lead. That's why you stay home and he go to work.
And that's the way it should be. Because the way I feel like...
Wasn't Big Mama and them like that?
Yeah, I feel like, listen, if I got to go to work and I got to work 40 hours a week, don't think that I'm going to come home and cook. Like, don't think that I'm going to come home and I'm tired too.
And that's respectable. It's a give and take. Jake might not be able to land the job. So when you come home from work, it's only righteous that he should have the house clean, got a little meal or something going.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to come home from working and still got to do everything else around the house.
But at the same time, there's a flip side to that, right? There's a flip side to that. Because you're supposed to be in subjection to your husband in all things, all right? And you not really knowing this truth, your man still reigns over you. Christ wasn't even teaching the women. Christ told her to go get her husband and come back. Because he understands that he is the head over her. Right? Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. Bring that up.
It's Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long will thou go about, O backsliding daughter?
So the Lord is talking to the daughters of Zion. Read.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
Right.
A woman shall compass a man.
Now, that means that a woman is going to be more ahead in life than the man. Y'all got to understand that all of this was made for our demise and for your benefit, basically.
Right.
And even your benefit is not a benefit because you're at the bottom, right? Our women are damn near the heads in corporate America. Why is that? Why is that? Because he wants the men to be in subject to the women.
Right.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
You don't have a strong household.
Huh?
I said, because if you don't have a strong man, like you don't have a strong household.
Say that loud so they can hear you out in TV land.
If you don't have a strong man, you don't have a strong household.
All praise.
Now, does that give you permission? Now, look.
Run around with shit women.
Right.
No offense.
No, that's real.
Oh, that's true.
No offense. All right? I say that to shame them, man.
God.
All right? That's what's happening. But does that give you permission to be out here nigga woman supreme, almighty to him? Because he don't know which way to go?
No.
Or because he don't got things straight? None of us really got things straight up in this kingdom. Right? Hey, the Lord told us in the curses that because we didn't listen to him, that curse shall be thy basket and thy store, man. Meaning, hey, your savings account, hey, that thing gonna be lacking. Right? That's your store. That's what you storing up. Right? And curse shall be thy basket, man. What you buying, man? Right? Your checkings account, your savings account, that thing is going to be broken. Right? And that's all a part of us, right? Not doing the curses. I mean, not doing what the law, statutes, and commandments are. Right? What you bring this up?
I definitely appreciate y'all, being out here.
First Corinthians 11.
Definitely some of us, they a little slow, but people coming to try to understand.
As long as we understand our position and who we are as a people, right? Not calling ourselves black or African American, but knowing that we're the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, then we're gonna be all right, man. Right? We're gonna be back to the top nation on the earth, but we're at the bottom because we don't know these things. Bring that up.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Right?
And the head of the woman is the man.
Right?
And the head of Christ is God.
So there's a hierarchy. There's the Most High God, there's Christ, then there's men, then there's women, and then there's children. All right? Your head is not Christ. Your head is your husband. That's who you listening to, right? Paul said that there's a difference between a virgin, right, and a woman that is married, man. Right? Because the virgin's duty is to please the Lord, but the wife's duty is to please her husband. Right? So when you do get a husband, Lord willing, you pick a righteous husband, right? Then you got to be in subjection to him. That's how the order goes, right? And then from that we create a nation, right? And we teach our children to do the same thing, right?
So we'll give you two more. We'll give you like two more scriptures before you leave, sis.
God.
You know what today is? Biblically, today, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown would be the Sabbath. You familiar with the Sabbath? The day of the Lord's rest? Well, in that day, you're commanded. No buying, no selling, no cooking, no sparking up of fires, no doing any of the things of your own pleasure on this day. Because the Lord said he created the world and everything in it in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested.
Right.
So tomorrow, Sunday, the whole world go to church to worship the Most High when you're supposed to be doing it Saturday.
Right. From
So-
Friday sundown to Saturday sundown.
I said that to a Christian. I said, you don't even know what day is Sabbath.
Yeah.
It's Saturday, not Sunday.
It's Saturday, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So we want to give you one of those precepts, and then we want to give you a commandment. It's 613 commandments. All right?
It was only 10.
That's because, once again, that's part of the foolery. It's a lot. Since you got some valid questions, and we'll be here all night, and we ain't got a problem with it to teach you, but we know you ain't got that kind of time. So definitely use that number, reach out to us. It's 613 commandments. All right? They break up into laws for the women, laws for the men, laws for the children, and then some for all of us. Moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, sacrificial laws, and ceremonial laws. All right? Give her Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Give her one on the Sabbath. Exodus 20 and 8.
Right. No, Nehemiah 10.
Nehemiah 10.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Right.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now, what pertains to a man? What do men wear that women, right, not really supposed to wear? It's really an easy one. Yeah. Right? Keep reading.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Now, would you take me serious if I was out here with a damn tutu on? No, right? You wouldn't even stop. Right? Keep reading.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
See that? All that do so are an abomination to the Most High God. Right? Bring out that one.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10, and verse 31.
Right?
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
And so that's any items or any food, if they bring it to us on the Sabbath day to sell, read.
Then we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
We're not supposed to be going to the store on the Sabbath day, right? You're supposed to prepare for your Sabbath so that you're good at the crib. Read.
Or on the holy day. And that we will leave the seventh year in the exaction of every debt.
Right. So that's basically it. We're not supposed to buy or sell. We're not supposed to work on the Sabbath day, right? We're supposed to sit down and chill. You leave it up to Esau, he'll have you working 7 days a week, man. Right? 24 hours a day, right? And most of us be wanting Saturdays off anyway, right? But it be for the wrong reasons, because we're supposed to be meditating on the Most High. If we would do that, then we would know what this book is talking about, right? But we don't do it, so we out here lost. We don't know where the hell to go, and we suffering these curses and all these punishments, man. Right?
That's why I keep my sage.
No,
You need frankincense.
No, you
Frankincense
get
and
and
I'm
myrrh.
roasting everything up through the house, sage and everything down.
See, and it be spirits up in that thing.
No,
right?
I actually have a very peaceful household.
I see.
I open up the windows, I let them run out. But
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm willing to try to unlearn some of the things that I've learned and some of the things I believe in. Like I said, I used to be in the church. I used to be on fire.
Give me Jeremiah
I
23
used to
and
be
13.
really in the church. My grandparents were pastors, so we was at church like 5 days a week.
Right.
You know.
You see that?
But I will do my due diligence to try to, educate myself because I just want to know the truth.
Right.
Whatever the truth is.
Now check this out. I got one more for you. All right.
23 and 13.
Yep. Josh. Let me see.
23 and 13.
Shalom, yeah. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah.
Jeremiah 23 and verse 13. 14.
What's that say?
Jerusalem prophets, all who commit adultery. You mean 23?
Try Joshua.
Joshua?
Yeah, Joshua 23:13.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 23 and verse 13. It's the book of Joshua, chapter 23 and verse 13. Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations.
Right, so now we got all these nations round about us. So the Lord said he's not going to get them away from us now. Right? Now they're here. Right? Read.
From before you, but they shall be snares and traps.
So they're going to be traps for us. You're going to think that you some of these people. You're going to think that you're an Egyptian. You're going to think that you're Ethiopian. You're going to think that you're a Libyan or any type of African. Right? Read.
Unto you,
Right?
and scourges in your sides.
And and it's gonna hurt you at the end. Right? It's more.
And thorns in your eyes.
Right?
Until you perish.
Wait, it said thorns in your eyes, man. So you're gonna look at them and think, hey, that's me. Right? When those are the people that actually sold you into captivity. Right?
Until you perish from off this good land.
See, until we perish off this good land, man. Right.
Which the Lord your God hath given you.
And naturally our people was here first. Right? The Native Americans, man, and the Bible tells you how they got over there. Right? You find that up in what? Second Ezra? Right? You had to get you an apocrypha. Or download the KJVA app. Right? To get that information. There's more?
And behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth.
Right. Yeah, that's it on that.
Salaki, get Song of Solomon 4 and 6. I want to bring that out because she was talking about her sage. I want to show her what the Lord wants you to use for cleansing shadows and spirits away from you, from your home. All right? Songs of Solomon 4 and 6. And get Hosea 4 and 6. All right?
The Song of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 6. Until the day break.
Until the day comes. So it's speaking about at night, right now, right?
And the shadows flee away.
And the spirits and the dark shadows flee away come that daybreak. What you should be doing in that time? Hold on, Salaki. Let me go back.
I will get me to the mountains of myrrh and to the hills of frankincense.
To the mountains of myrrh and the hills of frankincense. Frankincense and myrrh. Incense. Sweet smells that the Lord smell, that he loves.
Right.
He says, burn those during the nights to flee away the shadows, up until the sun come up, pretty much.
Right.
Right? So that's what you purify and cleanse your home with. Because the Lord will come into your home when he smell that. And wicked spirits, when they smell that frankincense and myrrh, it's an instant deterrent.
Right.
They get the hell out of Dodge. You can walk down the street with a frankincense and myrrh in your hand and people will be like, ugh.
Yeah.
They'll get the hell away. It's true.
And frankincense and myrrh, that's a sweet smell. Right? We held a unity camp, man. And brothers and sisters, they got blunts in their hands, not bothering them. But they walk through that frankincense and myrrh, that's because you got spirits on you.
Exactly. Get that Hosea 4 and 6, King.
Sure.
And give me Psalms 83.
So Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The Lord said we destroyed his people, the Israelites, for a lack of knowledge. Right? And the knowledge that he's talking about that we're lacking is the knowledge of who we are. We don't know that we're the Israelites. We didn't know that. We thought that we were black. We thought that we were Africans. We thought that we were Muslims. We thought that we were Buddhists and Kundalinists and chakra aligners and all these different people that the world told you it was okay to be. But the one thing the world never told you it was all right to be was an Israelite.
You think
Why
it's
do you
cool?
think all the hell breaking loose from Kanye West and Kyrie Irving saying it?
Right.
Because that's the knowledge the Lord is saying that you are lacking, who you truly are. And with being these people comes with a list of commandments. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
We reject the knowledge of who we are. Because being these Israelites, you are being held accountable. You're being held to a standard. And that standard is the law, keeping of the Lord. To call yourself a Muslim, you can smoke weed, you can smoke cigarettes, there's no accountability there. You can sleep with every woman you get your hands on, there's no accountability there. But as an Israelite, if I lay with you, I stay with you. To sleep with you makes you my wife. I'm not allowed to beat on you. I have to hold you to a high standard. I have to take on the responsibilities that come with you. These other things that we claim don't do that.
Which is why the media allow you to call yourself a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist. But as soon as Kyrie and Kanye come out saying I'm an Israelite, right?
All hell break loose.
Yeah. Cancel that man. Take $11 billion from that man.
Because
right?
that means be in order.
Right? Exactly.
We're not allowed to be in order in this nation, in this kingdom. They want us killing each other so we can keep going to jail and dying. It's about destroying this bloodline, right? Finish it off for me, King. And get Psalms 83 to show her who them people are, okay?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The Lord said because we refuse this knowledge of who we are, he's going to refuse us. He's not going to hear our prayers. He's not going to deliver us from evil.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
So not only will he punish you, if you got children, he's going to punish your children too.
Right.
So a lot of our children are out here dying, and people want to blame them for their behavior when
Hey,
half of
come on,
them,
your
a lot of them
nationality
are
real quick.
dying because of the wickedness of their mothers and
Come on, your
fathers.
nationality, King.
Right? Now let's see who this group of people are that stopped you from knowing who you are. Got Psalms 83, King. Get straight to it. Go to like 3. They cut them off.
This is Psalms chapter 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
A group of people have taken crafty counsel against the Israelites, God's people. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let's cut them off from being a nation. That what?
That the name of Israel.
No,
Maybe.
that the name of the blacks.
That the name of Israel.
African Americans.
That the name of Israel.
Niggers.
That the name of Israel.
Color.
That the name of
Israel.
Israel
Let the name of Israel be what?
may be no more in remembrance.
Is that true? Because if I'd have asked you before you stood here, you probably would have told me your nationality is black, right? Or African American. That's even still. They succeeded at making you not know that you're an Israelite. Let's find out who God said those people are that did this to us. Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
The so-called white man. The brother went through that, which you showed you who Edom, Esau and them was, right? That's the so-called white man. Who else?
And the Ishmaelites
Ishmaelites. Damn Arabs. Who else?
of Moab.
Moab would be the biblical nationality of who you know today as the Chinese. Who else?
And the Hagarenes.
Hagarenes, them stinking Africans, them Egyptian Hamites, doo-doo cake eaters, right? Go ahead.
Gebal.
Gebal, more Africans.
And Ammon.
Ammon, who you would know today as Japanese, the brother of Moab, the children of incest.
Literally.
Right? Go ahead.
And Amalek.
Amalek would be the guy who just took all the damn Kanye money
Right.
and ran Kyrie out the NBA,
Right.
took Nick Cannon's Wild and Out show from him.
Right.
Amalek would be who you know today as the Jewish.
And I was actually just gonna ask y'all, like, who are these people?
That's the Jewish people.
Right. Amalek
Okay.
is the grandson of Esau. So they still Edomites.
They
in
still
general,
crackers.
Right.
Who
Even
else, King?
Con.
The Philistines.
Philistines would be like some more Africans.
Right.
With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them.
The Assyrians and Palestinians also are all joined in cahoots against blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians who make up the various 12 tribes of Israel, God's chosen people according to the Bible.
Right. Now,
They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah.
And Salah is a musical connotation note that means pause.
Right.
So the Lord said, after finding out who your true enemies are, you need to take a pause. Sit back and let that marinate.
Right.
And rethink the way you moving in this world and the people that you think are your friends or you got relationships with.
Right. And that's why they push sin on us, man. They'll have a bacon cheeseburger on your commercial, man, because bacon is a sin, right? They'll have shrimp, crab, and the damn red lobster commercials, man, with the garlic butter. Let's see.
Get a law to it, Art. Get Leviticus,
I
man.
actually just found out was supposed to be eating catfish. Well, I don't eat catfish anyway, but tilapia. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, actually,
Well, you gotta
tilapia is
stop.
was called the Jesus fish. It's indigenous to the landmass over in Jerusalem where Christ grew up at. When you read in the Bible about him feeding the people with the 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread, that was actually the tilapia fish. The reason why people are so down on it is because it was a man-made. No, tilapia almost went extinct. Right. So they gathered them all that they could from the waters, right, and they put them into a captive state so that they can allow them to repopulate and then put them back out into the wild. It's called endangered species law. They're not allowed to let a species completely die off. That's why if you know anything about fishing, if you catch a fish and it's too small, you have to throw it back, or the gaming warden, he can fine you for that, because you're cutting off the ecosystem from growth. If you take the babies and then the adults get took, there's nothing left.
That blew me, because I haven't eaten tilapia for years.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
Like carbon monoxide or something, like smoking a cigarette because it's man-made. So
That's the confusion. Man-made and being captive, put in captive so that they can repopulate is what they did with them.
Right.
They didn't take some molecules and atoms and molecular neutrons and put it and make a fish. No, they just took what was left in the waters and allowed them for a certain amount of years to be able to repopulate to a certain number. Right. And then they put them back into the wild where they was enough that now they can just naturally do what they do to continue to live. Right. They do it with all animals.
So you can eat tilapia, but that shrimp, crab, and lobster, that gotta go. Read that.
Bring it out, King.
They like scavengers, so I figured they like
They are.
They taste so good.
This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Right.
And whatsoever have fins and scales.
So whatever comes out the water, they gotta have fins and scales. Catfish, they got fins, but they ain't got scales. Right?
That's
Shrimp,
lucky.
crab,
And it has a menstrual cycle every month, just like a woman.
Right. Shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork. Well, shrimp, crab, and lobster, rather, they don't have fins or scales. Neither do the mussels or
clams
and none of that.
Lobster
right?
tails and all that stuff is abominable food. Why do you think the waters are so dirty and nasty? Because the animals that was designed to keep them clean getting dipped in damn butter garlic sauce.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring this up.
But,
Judith 5 and 17.
I actually gotta get up out of here, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. But I really appreciate y'all.
God.
You know, everything that y'all doing, taking the time to educate us. Because we don't know. You know,
God.
Some of us trying to figure it out. You know.
God.
But you know, like I said, keep on doing what y'all do. I don't know. You say
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ah.
Shalom.
That means peace and blessings in the Hebrew tongue, in the Paleo Hebrew.
Okay. All right. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
You be safe, sis.
Take out the information, sis, and call the number.
I will.
Come out them pants. Get back in your dress looking like a daughter of Zion. Start keeping them commandments. Most High gonna get you a righteous husband.
God.
Listen, I'm tired of going to work. I don't even want to go to work no more.
God.
Shouldn't have to.
Keep
Bring
the
it.
laws and find out.
Bring that up.
Keep the law.
Judith chapter 5 verse 17.
Because that's why they put it all up in the media, right? And they put it all in our face, man. Right? They want us to sin. So they make sinning look appetizing. Right? They'll kind of make it glisten, make that shrimp and that shrimp and crab, man, kind of shine and sparkle.
Put it in slow motion, Ock.
Right.
The damn shrimp getting dipped in the butter, dripping all slow motion.
Right, man. And have Esau taking a bite out that bacon cheeseburger, man. Right? Like it's so good. Bring that up.
It's Judith chapter 5 verse 17.
You know,
And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
Right. The Lord was on our side when we was doing what he said.
Read. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
Now we getting whooped all up and down the United States, man. And all around the world. Right? The whole world damn near went up in smoke when they saw that George Floyd video. We saw literally a lynching on TV, man. Right? A knee on a brother's neck, man. And he was calling his mother, man.
And Salaki, didn't they say they shot him with some type of drug or something right before they even did that part to him?
I don't even know, man.
I think they say they shot something in him or something. if I'm not mistaken.
See that, man? You'll find out how profane Esau is, man. Keep reading.
And were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground. And their cities were taken by the enemies.
Hey, and now the enemies is up in our land living it up, man. Because we wanted to sin. Right? And with that, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Kwam Yashallah.
Kwam Yashallah.
God.
God. Let me get Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4. Alright?
Kwam Yashallah.
From yourself.
Right? It's a beautiful day, man. Not that cold to come out here and wake up you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Right? To bring you back to the marriage. Right? To show you who your enemies truly are. And in these last days that you need to separate from them, man. And come back to your own people, right? While you serve your B'Shem Yahushai. Right? Hey, y'all got some time for the Lord? What? Y'all got some time to listen to the scriptures real quick? We ain't gonna be out here forever. Hey, can I give y'all just like 2 scriptures real quick? Alright. Thou sayest.
That better not be Esau walking with him, bro.
See though. Alright? Yeah, bring that up.
It's Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel.
Right, so we're supposed to go to the house of Israel. Right, we're not supposed to go to the Edomites, man. The Amalekites, the Ishmaelites, the Ammonites, right, the Moabites. Right, we're supposed to go to the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know?
And speak with my words unto them.
So we're supposed to go out and speak, thus saith the Lord. Not thus said man, right? We're supposed to come out of the scriptures, right? And tell them, thus said the Lord. What the Most High God told us to tell them. Right? You know?
For thou are not sent to a people of a strange speech.
Right? We're not sent to another people, man. We're not sent to these other nations. You know?
Of an hard language.
Right?
But to the house of Israel.
Right?
Not too many people of a strange speech.
Right.
And of a hard language whose words thou canst not understand.
Right? We weren't sent to these other nations, man. Right? Where they speak Russian or German, man. Right? We were sent to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? That speak either Spanish or English, man. Neither are hard to really to communicate with, right, Rito?
Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Right, but if the Most High God sent us to these other nations, hey, they would have hearkened to the Most High God, man. Right? They would have no problem worshiping the Most High God, right? They have no problem worshiping their own false god, man. Right? But for some reason, our people like to dip and dab into every other god but the Most High Yahweh. Right? Read on.
But the house of Israel
right,
will not hearken unto thee.
But the house of Israel is not going to hearken. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if that sister doesn't come back to hear the words of the Most High. Because the Most High God said, hey, they're not going to hearken. They're not going to want to hear the word. Hey, y'all believe in the scriptures? Hey, sister, y'all believe in God? Y'all was just talking loud, man, but now y'all quiet because I'm talking about the Most High? And see that, man? The devils are aroused, man.
Got nothing to say, but they want to get hostile, though.
We got to go to our party. Where y'all going, man? What's more important than hearing the words of the Most High? Y'all gotta go where?
Now they blaming it on
y'all got a whole baby, but just can't. All right.
You know, they walking outside with the baby,
right, man.
Boy, Jake, you know they got
chapter
excuses.
3 and verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
You see that, man? And the Most High shows it. Right? Israel not going to hearken to the Most High. 2/3, most of our people are not going to hearken to the Most High God. Simply because, hey, we gotta do some things, man.
right? We got a baby, right? I gotta go to the club. Hey, what do the brothers say to you? Hey, I gotta go take my girl out.
Right.
They got all these other excuses than just to hear the words of the Most High, you know?
For they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-headed.
They hard-headed, man. Right? I asked you, hey, you believe in God? Or you want to hear the words of the Most High? Hey, we got to do something, man. Every time. Right? Every time they put something else in front of the Most High. They put something first, and they make the Most High God them fifth, man. Right? Read on.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces.
Hey, the Most High God made our faces stronger than their faces. Read on.
Oh, he gonna eat
And
right
thy
here.
forehead strong against their foreheads.
Right? Our forehead is harder than their forehead because, hey, there's nothing that's going to be able to take us out of this. Right. Read on.
Iron adamant harder than flint.
Right?
Have I made thy forehead.
Read on.
Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks.
Right? Because a lot of people, hey, they'll walk down these streets, man, they'll be afraid, man. Right? But we're not afraid, man. Right? Because we love our people. We're willing to die for our people no matter what.
Right.
Right? But we need our people to show that same love back, man. Right? We need our people to understand, hey, we're not the enemy. Y'all need to know y'all enemies in these last days. Right? That's the most important thing. Right? Because a lot of the times, hey, you'll walk down the street, you'll look at another brother, you'll look at another sister that look just like you, and you'll be like, hey, and you'll probably size them up. Right? A lot of times, hey, you a mean mugger. I know that for a fact. Right? But if the walkman walk down the street, you either gonna put your head down, or you gonna say, you're gonna try to communicate with him. Because you don't know who your true enemy is. Right? You see on TV how you kill our people each and every day. When, hey, and we don't get no justice. There ain't nothing new. But our people still think they are friends. Right? Read on.
So, they be a rebellious house.
And our people are rebellious. When we decide to come out here, brothers like us, we come out here and try to talk to our people, tell them the truth, and they treat us like their enemy. Like we lying or something. Right? But all we doing is reading the scriptures. Right? The scriptures say what it say. A lot of times we ain't even got to break down the scriptures. We can just read the scripture and, hey, you'll understand it. Right? Read on.
You seem angry.
I'm angry? Let me get Ecclesiastes 7:7. I'm not angry, you know, I'm zealous.
Okay.
Right? I'm happy to do this. Right? It might come off aggressive or nothing like that, just, you know. But I'm going to show you, we are angry, to be honest. I'm going to show you why we're angry, though.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Look it out.
Surely oppression,
right? Being held captive, right? Having to get a 9 to 5, right? Having to work for for a whole nother nation to make them money, right? While you struggling, you gotta get on the train, you gotta get on the bus. You worried about what you could, how you could put food on the table for your children, right? If you could pay rent next week or next month. Right? Surely oppression, read on.
make it the wise man mad.
It makes a wise man mad, right? It wouldn't make a man that is happy in this world, it wouldn't make him mad. But a wise man that has understanding of who his enemies are and what is being done to his people, that makes him mad. Oppression is always going to make a wise man
That's
mad.
right.
So that's why, hey, we're wise men to be mad at a society that was never built for us.
Correct.
Right? It was right, the white man used our enemy, our ancestors, to build up this place, but it wasn't built up for the slaves.
Right.
It was built up for their children, for the slave master's children.
Okay,
Right?
thank you for your time.
Let me get one.
Go crazy.
Let me get two more. Let me get three more just for a number completion. One. All right. What you got?
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 4. Thus saith the Lord God, feed the flock of the slaughter.
So that feeding the flock of the slaughter, we're going to continue to come out here, right, and try to wake up our people no matter what. We don't?
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Who possessors slay them and hold them not guilty. Our possessors, the people that rule over us, they kill us on every single day, and we get no justice for it. Right? We don't?
And say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
And they say, hey, God first, man. Right? They say all praise to the Most High. Right? Because they hold themselves not guilty. They don't get justice. We don't get any justice
for all the killing that's going around.
Right.
Right? Read on. Wait, you got your precept?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 4.
Check it out.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So believe it or not, sister, you probably, or you most likely, 10 out of 10 times, you discontinue from your heritage that the Most High God has given you. Right?
Of course. That's
Read
why
on.
I'm here.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
And he causes you to serve your enemies. Right? Now you got to get a so-called 9 to 5. Right? Now you got to worry about rent.
Right.
Right? Now you got to probably get gas for the car. You got to probably catch the train, catch the bus just to get around.
Right.
Right? At a point in time, you wouldn't, our women wouldn't even put their feet on the ground. We wouldn't allow that.
Right.
Right? Because y'all was delicate. And we understood that. But now y'all got to, our damn women want to be in the UFC. Right? Now they want to be walking.
Roles, yeah.
Right. They want to try to be independent.
Sure. Thank you.
Right? Read on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
And we didn't know this land when we came over here.
I gotta
On
get
slave
the
ship.
trains. I gotta go.
Right? So, sis,
What's your nationality, bro?
I'm from Italy.
Italy?
Yeah.
Oh, you Esau, man.
and that's what I'm trying to get to.
No, I understand.
You got to understand your enemies in these last days.
Right.
Right? Because the Most High God, he says separate from your enemy.
Right.
If you truly knew who your enemy were, you would look at him as your enemy because his people put your people in captivity.
Right.
If his grandfather or his grandma was still alive, they would be looking to kill you.
Think so?
Right.
That's for a fact.
That's
Ask
for a
him.
fact.
Would they accept this? No.
So why can't
You can
now?
ask him.
When do you move on?
We don't.
Has?
We don't.
You're not supposed to. Okay. Do you forget 9/11?
Of course not.
Why don't you forget the white man's history, but you want to forget your own history?
I don't forget it. They push it. They press it.
All right. So why do you ask me? Why not forget about it?
I
We
said
not-
forgive about it.
We're not gonna. Why forgive?
You need to
Because
come
you
look
hold
at
the
this.
Bible.
Okay. No. Listen to this. If a man kills your daughter and your son, are you just gonna forget about it over like 2, 3, 100 years maybe?
Of course not. I didn't say forget. I said forgive.
Are you gonna forgive that person?
I may. I believe in Jesus.
Even Christ, even Jesus wouldn't forgive him, and he didn't. That's why he's coming back with a sword. What do you do with a sword? You cut things into pieces. That's what he's doing because he ain't forget. Neither did the Most High God forget. He don't want to forgive, right? He wants to get his payback. He wants to get vengeance. That's why the Most High said, "Vengeance is mine." He's coming for your enemies. He wants to save you from your enemies. But if you join hand in hand with your enemy, the Most High God is going to cut you and your enemy. He's going to destroy you and your enemy. So in these last days, you have to know who your enemies are. You need to know who you are, and you need to understand. Are you going to want to choose life or death? Do you want to
You got
choose life or
Deuteronomy?
death?
32?
Which one?
7, come on.
This
But
nothing's
he's
bad.
Talking, I have to go though.
Oh, I understand.
Let
But
us get this one more left. She
Let's
walks.
get this
Bring
one
it
more.
out.
Go.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 7. Remember the days of old.
remember the days of old. Remember the past. Remember how his ancestors killed your ancestors, man. Read on.
Consider the years of many generations.
Right.
Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee.
So if you ask your father what the Italians did to our people, he'll tell you to get the hell away from them, man. If he go and ask what his grandfather did to your ancestors, hey man, he's gonna say, hey, where that? Hey man, he gonna tell you, hey, where is she at, man?
Where's
right?
that? No, we gonna say, where's that nigger at?
Even
Where's
Smith.
that nigger bitch at? As
That's what they gonna say, man.
the Willie Winch letter says.
What
man.
did he say he was?
Italian. He from
Pay for
Italy.
my juicy fruits, you mooly.
Exactly, huh?
Right.
You a damn mooly to him.
Right.
And she not gonna use that fight. I doubt it.
You
What the Lord said.
sound angry. Well, nigga,
Yeah.
That's what an Eve
and
would
what I
say
want-
that
and
want to
what-
rule over a man.
And that-
She don't want
and
no
I know.
austere man. She want one of them weak, effeminate Italian men like him,
Exactly.
who's sitting there letting her do all the damn talking.
Exactly.
You in the presence of men and you letting her talk. Open your mouth, nigga, and act like a man.
That's how I knew he wasn't no Israelite.
That's why I
knew it.
asked
was
him before
even
she
gonna
ran
deal with
off
him at
with him.
first. I was gonna deal with her.
They
Because
want a
I
weak
knew
ass man.
By him not talking, I knew he was
Damn
a
heathen.
nation.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally saw the man across the street. I'm like, I hope that's not no Edomite, man, that's walking with him.
Hey, man, he one of the first Edomites.
He
He one of the first Edomites, man.
hey, man.
Damn Italians.
Man, his ass going to the sword, man.
All these Jakes around here, and you with a motherfucking white man.
Right.
Sad.
Walking up.
Well, she thinks she got her foreign, bro.
She got a foreign.
Yeah. but nigga, Volkswagen is foreign too. All right?
God.
Damn Toyota is foreign too.
Goddamn Saab.
For real, man.
I just don't understand why people can't prefer each other. Our black men want the white woman and all the heathen women. Our black women want the heathen white men in other nations. Why y'all can't prefer each other?
Now, when I told her that if his grandfather or grandmother was alive, they would want to kill her, she was like, "How do you know that?" I was like, "Ask her.
They'll disown his
He'll
ass.
say himself. He'll say, "Yeah, they'll probably want you dead."
They will kill her ass.
And if he don't, he lying. He know, and she gonna know he lying.
Hey, man, Colosimo. And the girl that played Keisha in Belly, man, on the movie, damn, not Donnie Brasco. Can't even think of the name of the movie, man. The mob movie. But his people disown him because you messing with the damn, with the Mooly girl, man. And they stumped her brother out.
Stumped your brother out and you next.
Stumped your brother out and you laying up with this mob. Cause they don't really see you black women as an equal to them. He look at you like he conquered you. You a trophy. Same thing the damn Arab nigga said when we was in New York. Remember how he was bragging about all the black women he was smashing? He didn't give a damn about y'all. They don't care. You a trophy. He conquered you.
Right. He kid and left.
The same way they raped your ancestors and foremothers.
Right.
Now you giving it to him willingly. But in his mind, he's still conquering you. It's like he raping you.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces.
The Most High made our faces strong against their faces, man.
Bronx Tale, Salakia. That's the movie. The Sister Latrice just put it up there. Go check that out. You'll see that right there in full effect. Turn with you violent.
Right. You know?
And thy forehead strong against their foreheads.
So the Most High God made our face strong, our face stronger than their face, our forehead stronger than their forehead. The Most High God know they hard-headed. Hey, the Most High God made us waking up to this truth even more hard-headed, right? Because we're not going back to our old ways, right? We're not going back into the world, no matter what. Just the same way, hey, they don't want to come into this truth. They don't want to keep the commandments, right? Because they're hard-headed. So we're going to be hard-headed for the truth, you know?
As an adamant, harder than flint.
Right? And it's hard. We're harder than flint, man. Right? A damn Flintstone. Right?
A Salakia. And you gotta understand an adamant. Adamant, that's pretty much like a diamond. You know what I'm saying? When you go back into the old days, it was a fictitious stone. You know what I'm saying? But in reference to the hardness of it, it's talking about like a diamond. It's hard to crush a diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Diamond can take a lot of pressure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
As an adamant, harder than flint, have I made thy forehead.
Right?
Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks.
So the Most High God doesn't want us to fear these people that are hard-headed for foolishness, right? Don't fear them. No matter what they do, try to show their gun, pull their gun, right? Want to throw stuff at us, want to try to pop fireworks at us, man, right? We're not supposed to fear them, right? We're supposed to stay 10 toes down for the truth, not stand 10 toes down for foolishness. Read on.
Though they be a rebellious house.
They're a rebellious house, right? They're hard-headed for wickedness, right? Read on.
Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart and hear with thine ears.
Right, so we're supposed to receive the word from the Most High. Everything that we read, you're supposed to receive it. You're not supposed to reject it. Just like that sister that was standing up here, and she was willing to be taught, right? She wanted to be taught, right? She didn't want to reject the word, right? She was receiving everything that the brother was bringing out, right? Read on.
And go, get thee to them of the captivity.
And that's what we're doing by being in front of this, in front of Oblak, right? Getting the people of the captivity. Anybody that walk up and down the street, and we're gonna try to fish them and bring them back into the marriage. You know,
unto the children of thy people,
right?
And speak unto them, and tell them, thus saith the Lord God.
Hey, brother, you willing to hear thus saith the Lord God?
By your words, you shall be condemned.
Exactly. But read that
He
again.
said that with authority too.
Go, get thee to them of the captivity, unto the children of thy people.
Right? I'm trying to will in that brother, read on.
And speak unto them, and tell them, thus saith the Lord God.
And I asked him, was he willing to hear, thus saith the Lord God? And he rejected it. Just like the Most High God said they would do. Because this is a rebellious house, read on.
Whether they will hear.
But they hear it, want to hearken to the word, want to actually do the commandments, right? Read on.
Or whether they will forbear.
Or whether they forbear, they want to reject it. They still want to walk in their wicked way. Right? Read on.
Then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me.
That's it on that. Right? So we're supposed to be out here to teach our people. Our people need to be taught in these last days because they only know a way of wickedness, man. Right? Let me get Jeremiah, right? Chapter 10 and verse 14. And you give me Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. Right? Because our people, they only know the knowledge of this world. The knowledge of this world either got you shot a couple times, it either got you robbed, it got you caught up in prison, or it got you killed, man. Right? No having knowledge of this world doesn't profit you anything, man. Right? Because you can still be destroyed. Right? But the Most High God, with us having this truth, hey, the Most High God's not going to allow us to be destroyed anymore, man. Right? Physically or mentally, man. Right? The Most High God has angels around us right now where, hey, bullets fly off. Hey, the Most High God not going to have no bullet touch us, man. While we walk in the commandments. But somebody down right there by that white car could get hit, man. Right? And we still standing right here bringing out the word. Just like it happened on 79th and College. Right? A bullet hit the tree and then hit the ground. Right? And brothers were still there. Right? Not willing to run, not willing to hop in their car, man. Right? We just got up and started preaching the word, man. Even more. Right? Even louder. 5 to 10 more blocks to hear us, man. Right? Read on.
Oh, we can continue. Jeremiah chapter 10 and 14. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 14. Every man is brutish in his knowledge.
Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Brutish, it means foolish. So every man is foolish in his knowledge. Right? Why is he foolish in his knowledge? Because he only has knowledge of wicked things. He only has knowledge of a wicked world. He doesn't have knowledge of who he is. He doesn't have knowledge of the Most High God. He doesn't have knowledge of righteousness. So he is foolish for having knowledge of the word of this world. Right, read on.
Every founder is confounded by the graven image.
And every founder is confused, man, by these molten images, by these other false gods, right? By Caesar Borgia, man, right? Read on.
For his molten image is falsehood.
It's falsehood, right? There's no truth in it, right? They paint Yahushua as a so-called white man. They just completely, just utterly destroyed the image of Yahushua and put a so-called white man there, huh? Right? So these molten images are falsehood, man. All the Buddhas, everything is a lie. It's false. It is a false God that you should not be willing to worship. Right, read on.
For there is no breath in them.
There is no breath in them. Right? They can't come. Hey, they're not alive, man. Right? Those falsehood images, Caesar Borgia, that they say is Christ, the so-called white man, hey, he's dead, man. Caesar Borgia ain't coming back, man. But Yahushua is alive right now, sitting on the right hand of God, right? Waiting on the Most High to give him that green light to come to come destroy this place, man. In his name, right? So in these last days, our people need to be taught, man, right? Y'all not supposed to be teaching yourselves, right? Even with the sister, she was like, she wanted to educate herself. I was gonna be like, you don't have to educate yourself, right? Call that number on the back. Brothers will teach you. Because if you educate yourself, you're gonna try to gather up all these books. The Bible probably gonna be the last book.
That's lucky. She gonna Proverbs 3 and 5 herself to death.
Right. Right. She gonna lean onto her own understanding.
Oh.
Right? So it's not, don't try to educate yourself. You're supposed to be taught by someone. Because you were taught of wicked things. You went to Christianity and that pastor taught you wickedness. Right? Somebody had to teach you about sage and Hoodism or Buddhism, right? But now it's time to be taught, right, of the truth of who you are, right? Read that.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5 and verse 12. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
You need somebody to teach you again, right? You need to be taught again because you went through Baptist, Christianity, you was a Muslim. Hey, but now it's time to come back to your nation of people, your nationality, which is a Hebrew Israelite, right? We're not Muslims, man. We don't believe in religion. We're not Christians, man, because all those were man-made. The only thing that was not man-made was the nation of Israel, which is a nation of people that was made from the Most High God, right? Read on.
Which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
It's the first principles, right? Coming back to the truth, that's your first thing you need to be taught again. Every brother that's teaching, hey, he was taught, right, again. Because he didn't know anything at first. You got 2 minutes to hear the words of the Most High? You got 2 minutes to hear 2 scriptures? All praises. All right, let's get Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 14. Right? You believe in God?
Oh, yes, I do.
You believe in the Bible?
Yes, I do.
All praises.
Come on, man.
You want to follow the Bible?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And everything in this Bible.
Everything.
Old Testament, New Testament. Right? So if I read something out of the Old Testament, you're not going to reject it, are you?
No.
Let's get Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. It should be 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. Old Testament and New Testament. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22. So that means you're going to stand here and listen, right?
Yes, I am. Oh, you right here. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah.
This is the book of
All
Deuteronomy
praises,
chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now, as you being the daughter of a Zion, you being an Israelite, right? Which from from whichever tribe you come from. Like, look on that chart real quick and tell me what tribe you come from. On this side is what the so-called white man will call you, all the way down. This side is what the Most High God will call you.
Come on, let's say.
Where that?
I can't see that I got my glasses on.
Well, what would your father be? So-called black man? African American?
African American.
Right, so, hey, he'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Right? The same tribe that Christ comes from is according to Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 14. Right?
Yeah.
So you'll be a Hebrew Israelite, right, from the tribe of Judah. Now, this is not no religion, right? We don't believe in religion, right? But we believe in a nation of people, and that's what we are.
Yeah.
This is what the Israelites, right, are a nation of people. So you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, as we are as well, right?
Yeah.
And that brother's from the tribe of Ephraim, right? So-called Puerto Rican.
There you go.
Right? So the Most High God told you, right? Read it again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
A woman cannot wear that which pertains to a man. What type of clothing pertains to a man that a woman is not supposed to wear?
I can name a lot of them. For
Name
real.
one of them.
Baby, women don't supposed to wear boxes, but they do. And they for mans, okay?
That's number one.
Hey, we're gonna say pants.
Okay.
The most obvious, right?
Yeah,
you know why it's the most obvious?
Why?
Because y'all got zippers on y'all pants.
There you go.
But y'all got nothing to pull it up, nothing to use it for, right?
Right.
Women 100% of the time don't touch their zipper.
There you go.
Because it wasn't made for y'all. It was made for the men.
That's right.
So the woman is not supposed to wear pants according to the Most High God. She's supposed to wear a dress. Because y'all are princesses of the Most High God.
And that's what I try to tell my daughter. Okay. They want to walk around here with the pants and sag and that. Baby.
Oh, they have the pants sag it down.
Sag.
You got to lead by example, sis.
And you know what I do? I have 4 kids. Like I said, my son is just like you. Okay. And I had to get on him because one day we stayed up north to make a long story short. He out here with the gang, man. I see he got pants and sag, and I'm like, walked up to him, putting him all the way down. Next he had, he said, Mom, what's wrong with you? No, man, I did not raise you like that. You want to be out here with these no good, thug-ass niggas? Go get a job.
Right.
He looked at me and said, Mom, I love you. And I tell my daughters now, y'all want to walk around smoking all the blunts.
See that?
1,000 blunts and on the table.
Now, I have a question.
So just take this in the house and open it up and lay it out on the table and just leave it there.
Wait, so look, ain't no more ripped jeans. You can't have no more of that. Most High God wants you to be a princess again. He wants you to put on your dress.
Right.
They won't put on no dress. They want to wear Vikings.
We not talking. But listen,
now me, I'm a woman of God.
Exactly. So what you got to do?
I believe in God because that man brought me from a long way.
Exactly.
If I tell y'all my testimony with my second husband, he left me for dead.
All right, so
do that God look like him?
No.
What do he look like?
Who?
The God you talking about.
My God?
Yeah.
That ain't him.
No, you crazy. He's in another one.
Is your God of the Bible?
Oh, so that's him right there?
No, that ain't him.
So Jesus Christ, the so-called white man? He got long hair, he got blue eyes.
I don't know what color he is.
We do.
I mean, let's show you.
Listen.
Right? I'm going to show you right now what Christ
me.
looks like. Right?
Okay.
I'm going to show you what Christ looks like. But according to Deuteronomy 20:25, the Most High God doesn't want you to wear pants. He wants you to wear dresses. Right? Because you're a princess on this earth. Right? So, Lord willing, you get you a nice dress. You go ahead and put that on.
One more thing, and this is a biological fact of why you're not supposed to wear pants as a woman. Because y'all have an opening.
There you go.
That opening with them pants on, riding up in there, you can't get air in there.
That's right.
Then you get yeast infection. Your pH balance is thrown off. You see what I'm saying? So it's medical reasons why you shouldn't be wearing pants as well.
Pants today because I'm going to go to this party, and I ain't want to put on no skirt. Okay. So, put me some jeans on.
Just listen to these scriptures.
And I said, okay.
This Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1.
This is what Christ looked like, right?
The revelation.
You good, sis. You go.
Don't worry about
it. I'm telling you.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show it unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
So the image of Christ is supposed to be shown to our people. The revelation means the revealing of Christ. Right, so let's see what Christ looked like. Jump down to
verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right? The hairs of his head were white like wool. Right?
Yeah.
But, hey, your church will tell you, hey, he'll show you a lot of times. Christ, the so-called white man, he got long blonde hair. Yeah. Right? But the hairs on Christ's head, according to the Bible, was supposed to be white. And woolly. Right? Woolly textured hair. That's what, hey, the hair that we all got, right? You search up on Google, what is woolly hair? It'll tell you nappy.
Right.
The only people that have so-called nappy hair are so-called blacks. Right? So we don't.
As white as snow.
White as snow, not brown. We don't.
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes are supposed to be red, not blue, like your Christian pastors would tell you. We don't.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now his feet are supposed to look like fine brass. His feet look like brass, and brass is brown. Yeah. Read on.
As if they burn in a furnace.
If you put something brown into a fire, what is it going to turn? Black. So Christ was a very dark-skinned man. He was a man with melanin skin. He wasn't a so-called white man.
right?
He wasn't clear.
An Edomite, right? He didn't have blue eyes, pale skin, and brown hair, right? Christ had white hair, red eyes, and he had melanated skin.
And see, I used to go to church. When I got old enough, I told my kids, you can come to church. And my mom looked at me, she was like, Mama.
Hey, this your church right here, right? You got the number, you got the flyer right
I'm
there.
gonna call y'all. So
Right? The number is right there on the
back.
back. All praise, right?
I'm trying to move.
All praise.
It scared me.
Hey, you start keeping these commandments, hey, the Most High take you right up out of there and put you in a better place.
I'm trying to get up out
You said what?
Hebrews 7:48.
When I say I ain't never in my life, I don't think I'm no better than nobody else.
Well, not
But when you have kids, you don't care about me. The lady the other day, her baby fell out the third floor window. She go out the back door. Baby broke both her legs and her arm. Where mama at? Walk out the back door. Come on now. Little bit, it would have been a black person. It would have been a jail. She was white. She didn't go to jail.
Right, so let's see about the this church that y'all trying to go to. Like y'all trying to find a church with a good
Hold
old
up,
pastor.
Salakia. Did you hear what she just said? A dusty ass Edomite living in Old Block left her child in the house. The baby fell out the third floor window, broke both legs and her arm, and she was running out the back door. They didn't even arrest her.
She ain't go to jail.
If it would have been Eve, Eve ass would be in jail, and the baby would be in DCFS. What you even doing living in Old Block? You damn Edomite?
Come on now, talk to me.
A lot of the times the so-called white woman, man, and child, hey, they make the most problems, right? You got a so-called white woman, white man living right next door to you. Hey, he probably come out at nighttime peeking through your you know,
You're paranoid, you're blind. Oh yeah,
Right.
we see that a lot. Right over there, over there.
Profane. He'll be willing to do anything to you, your dog, your plants, your
anybody.
food.
Yeah.
Right? He'll want to do anything to you. Right? But let's get on these churches, bro. You guys in.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
So that church, it's a temple made with hands. According to the Most High God, he's not in those churches.
Right.
He's not in temples made with hands. The Most High God is right here, right now, watching you and watching us. Right? So, hey, if you want to find a church, you found them right here.
Right.
Right? The best one you ever find. Right?
I was coming home, I think y'all over here.
Oh, praise.
And I got right there. And you was talking. And I said right there, just to listen. I went there, my girl said, what was you doing down the corner? I said, they were down there, and they were doing the word, and I had to hear that.
Oh, praise.
She said, okay.
Those
So
spirits.
we went to the window. And I'm like, there they go right there. She said, Mom, you just point out anybody. No, it's about communication.
Exactly.
And how y'all doing this, I like this. If we did people up here on this corner, they're doing the word. Dude went in his pocket. Another man, he charged everybody $5 to get a man. I said, baby, the truth gonna be a man of God. And he was a black man. My little like, Mama, somebody gonna, no. That's close. You out here, you talking, you know the word and all this. Why would you tell some mess to these people out?
See, a lot of times people will grab this Bible, they'll tuck it in they, and they'll be out here trying to get some money.
Yeah.
Right, but we're not out here asking for no money. We don't want no money. I asked for 2 minutes of your time, and you standing up here for damn that 20
And I'm about to miss my bus.
All praises, because you don't need to be going out to no party anyway.
I'm going with my son.
And what y'all finna do?
My God, today was the day my godmama passed away.
Okay.
So we supposed to have like
Sorry for your loss.
we supposed to have like a little thing on wood, and my son and me over. And after that, I'm going to my
You gotta
grandma's
mourn with
going.
those that's mourning. It's all right, 38. Mourn with those that are mourning.
Some party
No,
or something.
I lost my mom this year.
Sorry to hear that.
And it was like, it's like my whole world just coming up. Because I don't have that mama bond no more. Like I tell my kids, love your mama while she here. Don't love her when she gone, love her while she here.
Is your father still here?
No, my dad got killed.
See, now this is why the Most High brought you up.
He had went overseas or whatever.
See?
And they killed
The
my
Most
dad.
High, this might sound harsh, but don't, the Most High took your mom and your father to show you something.
That's my daughter.
Now the Most High God brought you here, brought your spirit here, right? To hear the word, to hear the truth, to actually gain understanding on why things are happening to you. Because things are going to continue to happen to you until you get and keep these commandments. First step, put on your dress. It's not hard to put on your dress.
No, it ain't.
It's not hard to look like a princess.
You're right.
Because deep down, you already know you're a princess. You just got to live like it, you got to look like it, and you got to act like it. Right?
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
So the Most High God kills, right? So whoever killed your father, the Most High God did that. The Most High God put that spirit on that person to do that to your father. And whatever happened to your mother, the Most High God did that as well. Right?
My brother was going home care for my mom. And he starved my mama. My mama wasn't 2 months without eating and drinking any water. My mom stayed in that water. When I got up there, my mama whole lip was like this. She couldn't talk enough. Yes, I want to take my brother's life away. Dude, you just killed our mama. This is our mama. We couldn't take the hospital. We ended up, me and my sister, we ended up shipping my mama right back to Chicago. Thought he can't do it from.
Hey, see, and the Most High gonna get that vengeance for you, as long as you keep these commandments. Most High brought you up for a reason, up here for a reason. You went through a lot of stuff, right? So you need to go ahead and keep these commandments.
My granddaddy raised me. They told you tried to kill me. Oh man, that's why I tell people, walk in my shoes, and then you will know how I feel deep down inside.
See, and with that, you need to walk out those wicked shoes and put you on a new pair of righteous shoes.
Yeah.
God. And that's what the Most High God is trying to do to you right now. He's trying to help you walk in a righteous path, because he's doing things to you for a reason.
Everything. And
So now you're up here to receive the truth.
He's doing everything that you're going through is happening for a reason. And like she told me that God want to open up some doors for you. But you need to get right. Like I told my daughter, if y'all could just understand what I went through. Losing my dad, then my mom, then my grandmama. I ain't been right. I ain't
See, and you know, a lot of things happen to us too. We lose close friends, close relatives, right? Some that weren't close to us, but it still hurt. Like recently, we just lost our brother, our big brother, right? Do you imagine what went through our mind when we first known that? Like if we were still in the world, like we wouldn't depend on the police to do their job. We'll do our own investigation. And our own investigation wouldn't be nice. But now that we're in the truth, we understand, hey, the vengeance of the Most High. Whatever happens badly to your people, hey, the Most High God's going to get that vengeance. It's not for us to get that vengeance, right?
This is this Bible verse. This is Isaiah chapter 57 and verse 1. It says, the righteous perish, and no man lay it to heart. Everybody don't die because of wickedness. Some people be good people, and they still gonna die. But this is why. And nobody lay it to heart. We assume when everybody pass away that it's always because something negative. The Lord said the righteous perish and no man lay it to heart, and merciful men are taken away. Men or women, right? None considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. Some people are being killed so they don't have to be tormented with the damaging effects that the Lord is about to put on this place. That's a mercy killing. You need to be worrying about getting your life in order because you still got to die.
There you go.
And it could be in 10 minutes from now, an hour from now, tomorrow, a week. You don't know.
Lay down and don't wake up in the morning.
Though it may tarry.
And I tell my kids that.
Wait for it.
They be like, well, Mama, we going to do this. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody.
That's
and
right.
I had to literally teach my kids and my grandkids, we just here for a minute. We all got to leave the world one day. And I told my daughter, I said, I'm ready.
What happens when you leave this world? When you give up the ghost out of this body? What happens then?
You're going to become a new person.
You're going to go to be judged for everything that you did and didn't do.
Thank you.
So you need to be doing the laws. So when you give up the ghost from this body and the Lord judges you, he tell you that you did good and you can make it into the kingdom.
I'm going to heaven.
Well, nobody knows that, sir.
Me?
You know that.
You don't know that.
For instance, do you smoke?
Yeah, I need to stop smoking.
Do you smoke weed?
No.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yeah.
You're not getting in heaven.
You're not getting in.
You can't
Most
defile
High
your
told you
temple.
not to defile your temple according to 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 and 17. So if you destroy your temple, the Most High God's going to destroy you.
Yeah.
He's going to kill you. Then when you get up to judgment, he's going to whoop you.
Yeah, he don't put it on you.
Exactly. So you ain't going to make it into heaven if you just keep on smoking.
I need to stop smoking.
You eat pork, shrimp, lobster, crabs. You go to church on Sunday.
I go to church in my room.
Did you celebrate Thanksgiving yesterday? Did you celebrate Thanksgiving yesterday?
Yeah. And I just sat there and watched everybody just do that thing. I went and got me some food. I went in my room, closed my door. Pray, and
Did you go ahead and get some of that ham?
Baby, we had some chilling.
That's pork.
That's pork.
I do it.
No, I didn't eat it. I'm just saying when my daughter cooked.
Yeah.
Okay, I had me some potato salad, and I had me some string man. All that other stuff, I can't eat it. Now my sickle cell is some kind of food I can put in my body.
Let's bring this shit.
Oh, yeah, so you.
Yeah, I have Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 34. Right, I got Matthew. There's a precept to the kingdom. The sister trying to get into the kingdom. This is Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 16.
No.
And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So somebody came to Christ and asked him, what shall I do to make it into the kingdom? What shall I do to make it into heaven?
You gotta do right.
Right? That's a good question to ask and an answer that we need to. We don't?
And he said unto him,
So now Christ is about to give him an answer. We don't?
Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, and that is God.
He said, why do you call me good? Don't call me good. The Most High God is good. Right? We don't?
But if thou wilt enter
But if you want to enter into heaven, we don't?
into life,
Right?
keep the commandments.
What do you have to do to enter into heaven?
Keep the commandments.
So, sister, you got to put on your dress.
And I need to stop smoking.
You got to stop smoking them cigarettes. Right? You got to keep these commandments to enter into heaven. Right? To get into the kingdom, to have rulership over the nations. Right? To stop walking up and down the streets. Because at a point of time, our women didn't want to put their feet on the ground. So they was getting carried around from these other nations. Right?
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
So the unrighteous cannot enter into the kingdom of God. The unrighteous are those that follow the ways of this world. Right? The unrighteous are those that don't keep the commandments of the Most High. Right?
Be not deceived.
Don't get deceived. Don't be like these other people. Right? Don't be lied to. Right? We don't?
Neither fornicators,
Right?
nor idolaters,
Don't serve these other gods. Don't be a fornicator. Right? Don't you gotta stop celebrating these holidays. Thanksgiving, right? Is you worshiping another God. You cooking all this food for another God. Right? Christmas. You getting that Christmas tree. Right? And when the morning comes, you get on your knees, you open up presents, you're worshiping another God. Right? New Year's, right? We're not supposed to be looking to the past, right? We're not, or to the future like that, right? We're supposed to be worshiping the Most High God. You're celebrating New Year's is the false god, right? Janus.
Deity Janus. Two-faced it. One looking north, one looking ahead, and one looking to the
I used to
grid.
go to church with my auntie when I was little. So when I got old enough to really understand the word.
Y'all got 2 minutes to hear the words of the Most High.
Y'all
Y'all got 2 minutes to give y'all 2 scriptures. Just 2 minutes. Like y'all can spare 2 minutes.
Bible. Y'all believe in God?
Do y'all believe in God?
Ain't
no Jesus. Love you too. I said you got to keep the commandments.
He didn't say 2 minutes.
Let me give you 2 minutes. Y'all stay in school for about how many hours? Exactly. So y'all can spare 2 minutes for your own brother.
Be careful.
Y'all can give me 2 minutes. Y'all standing up here for 1 minute, so y'all might as well just go ahead.
Y'all record too.
Y'all ain't gotta be camera shy.
I'm sure y'all got Instagram Live and Snapchat and all that,
Share it too.
right? So just give me 2 minutes, right? Y'all believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Y'all believe in God?
Yeah.
Y'all claim y'all love God?
Yeah.
How do you love God?
Because he do good things.
Do good things for you, right? What is love? Is love a feeling or an action? Love is that bubbly feeling you get in your stomach.
Yeah.
It is.
It's really not. Nah.
No, it's an action.
It's action. Yeah.
Because say,
You
hey,
got no feeling because how you gonna feel? Yeah.
exactly. So it's an action. You have to show
That
how you love somebody. So for you to love God, you have to show Him how you love Him. Let's see what love is according to the Bible. Let's see how you love God according to the Bible. It's simple.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, and verse 3.
Right?
For this is the love of God,
So this is the love of God. This is how you love God.
that we keep His commandments.
That you keep His commandments. That's how you love God. Right? Let me get John chapter 14 and verse 15. That's how you love God. By keeping His commandments. It's not just saying, oh, I love God. I go to church every Sunday. Right? I got my hat on, my dress. No. That's not how you truly love God.
No,
You
that's
love
just
God.
showing your appreciation that you're born there. You just born to go.
Yeah, but it's a deep, it's deeper than that, right?
Right.
So to love God is to keep His commandments. That's what God said.
Yeah.
Now, are we gonna believe God or are we gonna believe our pastors?
I believe God.
I ain't think so. If God says,
the past, I mean, they can say what they say, but
right. So if your pastor say, hey, to love God, you come to church every Sunday, but in the Bible, God tells you to love, you show Him that you love Him by keeping His commandments. Who you gonna believe?
God.
God. So if
I
God
wanna
tells you to
stick
keep the
with
commandments,
truth. Right.
you got to keep the commandments, right?
Right.
Are y'all willing to keep some commandments?
Yeah.
What you got? Now let's get some commandments now. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22.
Chapter 11, verse 7.
This is Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So, y'all are females, right? What are a type of clothing, right, that a woman is not supposed to wear, that is of a man? What type of clothing that men have that women are not supposed to wear? What is it, sis? It's easy.
Wait,
There's no bad answers. There's no wrong answers. What goes to the top? What goes to your head?
Wait, that's the question.
What are clothing that women wear, right? That are men? Or am I saying it wrong?
What type of clothes do women put on that men supposed to wear?
Right.
That's one. What else?
And what else?
Shirts.
Look at all y'all right now. What y'all got on?
Pants, right? Because you got to think about it, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got zippers on, right? What do y'all use it for?
To zip it up.
No, but what was it made for, though?
Men.
It was made for
For
men.
because men.
Exactly. We have something y'all don't have.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Right? So we, as men, are supposed to use that zipper. That's how you know that the pants were made for men.
Men, right.
But the women are not supposed to wear pants because, hey, y'all ain't got nothing to use that zipper for.
Right.
Now, as women, y'all are princesses on this earth. Y'all are daughters of Zion. Y'all are Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
Right? So as princesses, what are y'all supposed to be wearing? Has a princess in the summer ever wore booty shorts? Right? Did a princess ever wear pants?
Yeah.
What princess?
Well, you
Give me
said
one.
princess, nah.
What princess
No.
ever wore pants?
Me.
I nah.
Yes, y'all are.
You
That's
don't
why
know
we telling
princess.
y'all you're not supposed to have on pants. Y'all supposed to have on dresses.
Exactly.
Dresses.
Dresses and skirts.
Y'all are princesses on this earth. Y'all gotta be wearing dresses. A real princess, hey, she didn't wear pants. She wore a dress. Hey, and a real man, hey, when y'all get older or when y'all find, your so-called man, A real man is going to take you seriously if you are modest. If you have a dress on.
Well, nowadays, no, they don't.
If he see everything that you, if he see all your curves right now and everything you got, he ain't gonna take you seriously. He gonna want to do one thing, and I'm pretty sure y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
All right then. So if y'all know that, and y'all know a man only want that by the way he looks at you,
right?
Wouldn't y'all want to know how to attract a real man?
Yeah.
All right then. I'm trying to give y'all the sauce. Y'all just gotta listen.
Dresses though.
Y'all gotta put on a dress. Y'all gotta look like a princess, because what? That king is gonna come looking for that princess. If you got pants on, you look like every other woman, and you gonna get a nigga man supreme, almighty, supreme, demonic. So hey, y'all Israelites according to the Bible, y'all gotta keep the commandments, have faith in Yahweh Shem Shai.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
No problem. Let me get one more. I'll close this. Deuteronomy 30, verse 8. And Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. There's some people that's going to listen, some people that's not. Right?
And they young.
They young.
They don't have a clue.
They don't. But it's best to learn young, you know?
And
The
then,
younger are most likely going to understand in these last days.
see, they trying to get to some damn party right now so they can go be little thoughts.
Exactly. Now they know. I just gave them the sauce. That's how you gonna get a real, you know.
But that show you how they ain't got no daddy or no man figure at home right now.
And if they do, he don't care.
Be lacking.
Exactly.
More than likely they at home with a mama who doing the same thing they going to do right now. It's Friday night. She at a party some damn well turning up her thought Keisha too.
Yeah, nigga, woman, supreme, demonic, supreme, almighty.
Mm-hmm.
He at the crib and playing 2K, smoking his Dutchess, being nigga, man, supreme, demonic, supreme, almighty.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 8. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord.
So y'all have to return and obey the voice of the Lord, right? We're not supposed to return back to our wicked ways, right? If you in this truth, you're not supposed to return back to smoking weed, right? Selling drugs, right? Beating on your own people, robbing your own people, right? Killing your own people, right? You're supposed to return to the Lord. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments as a king on this earth and as a princess on this earth as well, right? Remember the law, statutes, and commandments, you know?
And do all his commandments.
And do all his commandments, all of them, right? Not just a couple of them. Not going back to your wicked ways and thinking that there's only 10 commandments, right? Doing all his commandments, read on.
Which I command thee this day.
It's commanded of you to keep these laws, man, right? And you don't want to disrespect the Most High, because if you disrespect the Most High, right, if you disobey and rebel against the Most High, he's going to put you, he's going to hurt you, man, right? Physically and mentally, right? If he has mercy on you, he'll put you in the hospital, man, right? That's better than dying in your iniquity and getting judged for it, right? I'll take that any day, man, right?
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
So blessed are they that do his commandments. Those that want to be blessed, those brothers and sisters that truly want to be blessed, you got to keep the commandments. Right, read on.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
So that you can have right to the tree of life. What is that tree of life? That's immortality. That's getting out of these fleshly bodies and back into your immortal body. Right, read on.
And may enter in through the gates into the city.
So that you can enter in through the gates, where you will have rest and peace, where you will have servants and handmaids, where you will no longer have to hear shots fired, man, or ambulance and fire trucks and police cars roaming the streets, man, right? So blessed are they that do the commandments, so that they can have immortality and walk into the city, man, right? Where we could be a nation again, where we could gather with righteous brothers and sisters, man. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Come here, son.
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 Huh?
I want to close out. Huh? Good? Close it out, huh?
Be back tomorrow.
With that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Mashiach, woman like Yahushua. Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Foul law.
Foul.
Foul law.
Foul.
Foul law.
Foul.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
How?
Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Let me how?
Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Let me how?
Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Kwame Yashala. Kingdom over everything.
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 No surrender, no retreat.
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 You gonna get this work.
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 Kwame Yashala.
Old Block, we will be back again. House of Israel, Chicago, Illinois. Promise you.
Promise.